So we are the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, started out of 1 West Street, Harlem, New York. 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Right? And we are under Commanding GEN.YAHANNA today. He's the leader of all Israel. Just like as we've always had a leader of all Israel. And today, in 2020, is no different than the time of Christ, the time of Elijah, the time of Moses, the time of Joshua, right? The time of Adam, the time of Noah and his sons. You see what I'm saying? So there's no different than the time of Abraham. There's always be a man who is going to be the head of our nation, right? And our king is Yahushua the Christ. And until he returns, we have a leader. That's what the scripture said we would in the law. All right? A law says to revile not the gods. All right? What is that? To revile not the gods. Hold on, I should get that scripture, right? Let me get that scripture, right? Revile not the gods. Also, unable to connect the chat. Please try again later. I don't know. If a car, right? Let me know what's up. All right. If a car is there, all right. Let me know if everything is okay. I see 2 people online, right? If you can hear me, press 1. See me and hear me. 1. All right, guys. Press 2. If you cannot hear me, press 2. If you can't hear what I'm saying, can't hear what I'm saying, press 2. All right, press 2. Okay. All right. Give it a second. I don't know what's going on with the chat over there. Unable to connect to chat. I don't know what that means. All right. At least I can get it online. But absolutely. Right. We want to go to the law of reviling not the gods. All right. Can I see the chat down here? I do see a chat down here. All right. On my phone there's a chat. All right. All right. I just wrote in the chat shalom. All right. And we're going to Exodus 22 and 28. You want to calm down the sound that are cooking over there, Pikula. You want to calm all that sound down over there, right? Okay, turn it off until you want. So you can put it on low, but you want to stop that. Not right now, all right? Okay. All right. The law says, Exodus 22 and 28, thou shalt not revile the gods, nor curse the ruler of thy people. All right? Both of these are in the same sentence. Why? Because they mean the same thing. First of all, there is only one mighty, almighty power, right? There's only one most high power, right? There's only one God. There's only one supreme being that can be considered the Lord in heaven. You understand, right? So when it says revile not the gods, it is not talking about anything out, above our existence. It's talking about something above our existence. You see what I'm saying? So like here, right? If he's talking about reviling the gods, these gods are talking about things that are on the earth, things that you can see and hate, right? I.e., your brother that's beside you, right? That is what you can see and hate. Revile not the gods mean don't hate the leaders of your nation. Don't hate your government of your nation, right? Now, this is I.S.U.P.K Jamaica, right? That government is not really your government. You understand? That government there was brought in by the British. That is a British government. The purpose for that government is to control the people of the island. Who are the people of the island? The people that are brought there as slaves, right? That government there is to govern the economy, to make sure the slaves are working, the slaves are oppressed, and that the bigger heads, right? The bigger heads is happy and safe and in heaven. The bigger heads are good and the bigger heads are safe. And the people who are the slaves, right? The cursed people, the children of God in this place called Jamaica, right? They are the cursed. They are the oppressed. Make sure that they are unhappy to a certain extent. For those who don't comply with society, make sure that they are unhappy, right? But this is not, even Christ said this is not our time for rest. This is not our time where we enjoy what's going on out here. It's not the time for us to enjoy the world and to be happy and all that. I don't know where this whole notion come from, where, you know, everybody must be happy at this one time. No, not under the white man's rule. Right? There will be a time in the scriptures where it says even animals shall rejoice, and that ain't today. Why? Because the people who will make that happen is not ruling. Who is that? Jamaican people. Jamaican people are supposed to rule the earth like how the French rules their section of the earth, and the Englishman and the Spaniard and the Portuguese, like how they rule. Jamaican people are supposed to have a hand in the top rulership in all of the earth. But here's the problem. Here's the problem. There's something holding you back. Right? The Lord is holding you back from your blessing. Why? Lord is holding you back from your blessing. First of all, let me get the blessing. All right, that'll be a good one, right? Let's go to. We're gonna go quickly, right? To Genesis 25 and 25. Peculiar. I don't want him crying over here. I thought they cut up the cooking for a while. All right. Genesis 25 and 25. Start at 23. And the Lord said unto her, right, talking about the mother of the people who are today you call Negroes, especially in the Indians, and the mother of white people. Yes. All right. Our mother was Rebecca. Our father was Isaac. Right. The Lord said unto Rebecca, how? Through Isaac. Right? Two nations are in that room. Now, what is a nation? According to the Bible, nation is a race. It's not like today where you have nationality, where, you know, your nation is Jamaica, and the next nation over there is Haiti and Dominican Republic, and the next nation above you is Cuba, and the next nation to the west is Grand Cayman Islands. That's not what nation is in the Bible. In the Bible, right? Race is a nation. You understand, all right? So two nations are in that womb. Two races of people are going to come from your womb, all right? And two manner of people shall be separated from their bowels, right? So these two manner of people, meaning that these people are going to have two different characteristics as a race, right? As a nation, as a race. As these two men grow up into be a race and a nation, these people are going to have one characteristic. These people are going to have a different characteristics. You understand? All right. And the one people shall be stronger than the other. Now, oh, that's very important now. Very important now, because we live in a time where Satan rules the earth, and demons is the way of life. Right? The one shall be stronger than the other. One shall be able to fight their demons. The one lives according to the demon. You understand? One race of people is able to fight all the demons that the Lord through Satan can push out on the earth. And the other race, right? The other race, which is not our race, the other race, right? He can never, ever, ever stop living according to the demons, but we'll make it seem like he can. All right. I think how should I call him the devil for a reason, right? The one people shall be stronger than the other, and the elder shall serve the younger. Why? The elder shall serve the younger. Why? Because the elder, through his demons, right, through the will of the Most High, because the Most High orchestrated like this. The elder was not made to serve the Lord, but the younger one was. You understand? The younger one was made to have the ability to please the Most High with his actions in the end, right? And that is the story of Esau and Jacob, right? When her days to deliver were fulfilled, behold, there were twins in her womb, right? Meaning two children came out at the same time. They were twain, they were two, right? They came out of her womb. The first came out red and all over like a hairy garment. This is only in there to describe to you that this is the white man, right? This is the slave master. This is the oppressor. That's the only reason why the Lord had to put in the Bible. That our forefathers put this in the Bible only for the sole purpose of noting that this is the Greek and the Roman, man. This is their English, man. This is Bob Marley's father right here. Hairy all over like a garment, red in the skin. That's all. That's the only reason why. This is Mark Shields. You understand? That's the only reason why it's here. This is Mark Shields right here. You understand? All right. And they call his name Esau, I.S.U.P.K in the Hebrew. Right? After that came out his brother, the younger one. The younger one, which the Lord made to be the stronger. How we know it's made to be the stronger? Because the Lord said it right here before they was born. All right. So when the Jewish men come and talk about, oh, Jacob stole the blessing. Jacob stole the blessing. Now, why would the Jewish white man be concerned about Jacob stealing the blessing? Why is he saying that Jacob stole the blessing? Why are white Christians saying that Jacob stole the blessing? Psychology. You see what I'm saying? The psyche is saying that even though they say they are Jewish, saying that Jacob stole the blessing is to say that they are good. Why? Because in the psyche, in the words that they're not saying, in between the lines, what they're saying is that they are not Jacob. I hope you understand that. First of all, make sure that everyone subscribes. Click the like button. Right? Make sure you subscribe to I.S.U.P.K Jamaica. Right? We have a lot of things here to help you and information to help you get into the kingdom of heaven. All right, you've been looking for the kingdom of heaven all your life. Christians saying you're gonna go to the kingdom when you die. When the prayer by the Lord that Yahushua told us to say says, "Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come. His kingdom come. His kingdom is coming. Thy will be done." The Lord's will is going to be done. Where? Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth. The kingdom is coming to earth. The will is going to be done in earth. It's not going to be done when you die. What is that saying? Oh my Lord. What is that saying? Fake Israelites are lying when they say we have to wait till Yahushua returns before we all come together. That's a lie. That's a bold-faced lie. That's against the Lord. That's against the Bible. That's against Yahushua Christ. That we have to wait for Yahushua to come before, before we get together and our doctrines come together. That's a lie. Because the Lord said his kingdom is going to come. And his will is going to be done on earth. Right? And according to the Bible, that's what the Bible is all about. Right? Who was able to say, oh yeah, we're not going to follow man, but we're going to follow a man of God. So the Bible is all about. If it's not that, then you don't. If you don't think it's that, then you don't believe in the Bible. You don't believe in nothing the Bible is saying. You don't know the Bible. You say, "Oh, I've read the entire Bible," but you don't understand it. That's why when the Yahushua disciples saw the eunuch riding in a carriage, and they go up to him and saying, "Hey, yo, I see you reading the book of Isaiah. Dost thou understandest what thou readest?" And he had his own opinion. He had his own interpretation of the Bible. He had his own personal relationship with God. What did the disciple of the Yahushua say to him? He says, "Yo, you err in knowing the scriptures." That's what he was told. He was told he errs in knowing the scripture. That's why your grandma go to church, because she errs in knowing the scripture. That's why your grandma says what she says, because she errs in knowing the scriptures. Peculiar. Go get my glasses, please. I know sometimes my eyes look a bit, they look, people might misunderstand, my from whatever my eyes is saying. Give me my glasses, please, one time. Anyone. All right, look in the job side. All right, and quickly. All right, right. You err not knowing the scriptures, right? That is why you have an other Israelite camp. Because if we say we know it, right, then and they saying that they know it, someone gotta be wrong. We telling them we got it right, they're wrong. They're saying nobody's wrong, nobody's right. So if that is the case, then where does the straight path come in? Because Yahweh said, follow on along the straight path. Wide is the path to destruction. Now, if you're gonna tell me that you're not sure, the scripture says, why Yahweh says, you see what I'm saying? Make thine election sure. Then I know that you're not the way. If you're not saying, you know, we should gather in this one place here. When the scriptures in Ezekiel said to gather in this one place here. All right. Okay. All right. So the doctrine is very, very extremely important. Right? We should get some scriptures on the doctrine. Speaking of that, right? Let me get if you're following me, right? Where should we start? We should get Romans 16 and 16. Damn, I can't see nothing in these glasses. Sunglasses. Damn.
Oh, it is?
Yeah. Give me the brown one. Romans 16 and 16. Leave it here. Leave it here. Just get that one for me, right? Romans 16 and 18, right? We're gonna start at 16. Romans 16 and 17, all right? Oh, let's start at 16 and 16. This is a very, very one West concept right here. Jamaicans been doing this all your life. You don't know what this is. You never knew that this was in the Bible. All right. Romans 16 and 16. Salute one another with a holy kiss. Now, because the Romans, right? The Romans, we're reading the book of Romans. The Romans, I'm talking about the white man now, right? The Romans don't understand this Bible right here, right? They err in not knowing the scriptures. Why? Because this scripture, these scriptures, right? Believe it or not, is the records of the traditions and the culture of black people before they came off the slave ships. Right? Before you came off the slave ships, you had a history book. Records of your wars, records of the people in your nation doing the right thing and doing the wrong thing, records of who your leaders were, records of who your kings were, records of who your priests were, records of how they dressed, records of what they wore, records of the tam. You see people are wearing a tam today. They call it a tam or a beret, right? When this is biblical culture. People in the earth make it seem like this is just a world thing. This is just a French thing or some French thing. Even we're wearing the handkerchief around the neck. This was a concept that our people always did. The native Indians wore this, so that's why I'm wearing this today. And Jamaican people in the spirit, in the ghetto, in the garrison, wear this right now. You can look at them and call them thugs because they're wearing this. When this was our culture, we were people with style and flavor. That's why people walk up in the dance hall. Oh yes, style and pattern, style and pattern. Because we are a people that Christ Yahweh said are the salt of the earth. That is why. You see what I'm saying? Don't worry about it, right? And that is why, right? And we are not recognized for it. Why? Because we're despised. We are the people that are undesired in the earth. All right. Give me some of the lip stuff as well. All right. Get them dry. All right. Reading on. Salute one another with an holy kiss. The churches of Christ salute you. A highly misunderstood scripture, right? First of all, I brought up Romans talking about the Catholics, right? Because they say a kiss is what? They say a kiss is you smack someone on with your lips. To them, that's a kiss. But when you get into a car crash, and your car crash is not a T-bone or some wrecker, right? You say, our cars collided, but it wasn't exactly a crash. The cars kissed, right? Meaning what? Kiss is not always a interaction, physical interaction of the lips, right? Kiss means to touch. That's what it means. It's a quick touch. Bam, that's a kiss. Now, this holy kiss means it's a separate touch. You see what I'm saying? It's a way how we Jamaicans and we go touch and we touch, right? But no, that's not the holy kiss. The holy kiss is this. You understand? Smite the chest. That is the holy kiss in the Bible. You see what I'm saying? The thing that black people do, we always wanna, yes, brother, yes, brother. That is a touch. That is a kiss. And there's nothing gained in the scripture, right? All right. I hope everyone understands, all right? The churches of Christ salute you. Now, the Lord also said, you see what I'm saying? The house of the Lord is not built with hands. All right? The church in the Bible, let's get the Zondervan in the Bible dictionary, right? Let's see what the church is. This is the Zondervan. We should all try to get this no matter where you are. If you're able to get it, get one. If you're unable to, reach out to our brother to assist you in getting one, all right? Reach to whoever you can, right? Any man calls me is getting one. Straight up. I don't care, all right? You're going to get church in the Bible dictionary. That's how you know what words mean in the Bible, right? Oh, this is so big. It's so long. Where's the compact dictionary? All right, let me see if I can find it in here. Okay, and we're going to start at the top, all right? The English church derives from the word kuriakos, means belonging to the Lord. What does that mean? Not a building. All right, there you go, right there, right? This is the Zondervan's Pictorial Bible Dictionary. The word church, look what I'm reading right here. I'm reading what church. Where is it right here? It's right here. All right. Those people don't know I'm not messing around. Right? I'm reading. This is what I'm reading right here. Right? People online or wherever, you take a screenshot if you're on your phone or something, or, you know what I'm saying? Take a screenshot. But this is what I'm reading, all right? So you know I'm not playing around, all right? The English church derives from the Greek kuriakos, means belonging to the Lord. So these churches, right, the house I set up is meaning belonging to the Lord. Now, the people belong to the Lord. You understand? You know that through all the scriptures. You know, you go to the scripture where it says, you see what I'm saying? They've carried away my gold and silver. You are the apple of my eye. The concept of the apple of my eye comes from the Bible. You hear atheists talking about, oh yeah, I don't believe in the Bible. But this child right here is the apple of my eye. That's a biblical concept it's using. You shouldn't use a biblical concept if you don't believe in God. You see what I'm saying? But it stands for another Greek word, ecclesia. When ecclesiastical, denoting an assembly. Right? Ecclesia today, if you call it, the Spanish people call it iglesia. Iglesia comes from the word ecclesia, right? Iglesia or ecclesia both mean church, right? And church is not a building, all right? Church is a gathering body of Israelites. That's what the Bible is going to eventually break down to you, that a church is a camp. A church is a gang. A church is a posse. A church is a clique. A church is a crew. A church is a gathering of Israelites. Now, it can't just be any old gang. It can't just be any old crew. It can't just be any old clique. It can't just be any old posse. Yeah, these camp have to be a gathering of Israelites only, and then they are considered church. Why? Because the Bible dictionary just said it is a gathering body of people who are what? Belonging to the Lord. All right. There we go, right here. This is used in a general sense in Acts 19:32, but had already been applied in the LLX. LLX means Septuagint, all right? LLX is Roman numerals, L meaning 50, X meaning 10, another X meaning 10, meaning two X's meaning 20, LXX is 70, right? The Septuagint, in other words, right? As an equivalent for the congregation. There you go, right there. You just explained it, right? The church is really a congregation. It's not a building. It's not your Baptist church. It's not your Anglican church. Or, you know what I'm saying? Those are nothing, right? But the people is what matters, right? As equivalent for the congregation of the Old Testament. Now, here's why that's important. Because the congregation of the Old Testament meaning what? When we were in the wilderness, we had no building. We had none. We had no building in the wilderness, right? But what did we have? We had the people who belonged to the Lord. The Lord loved them so much that they killed all of your Africans, Egyptians, right? All of your West Africans that you would call today Egyptians, right? And the Lord killed them to save us. Why? Because we are valued more to the Lord than an African. That is why we are in slavery for a punishment because of our sins and not them. They go to Africa and they come to America and sell in truckloads full of Mercedes-Benz engines and BMW engines, sending them to Nigeria, right, to sell. Why? Because Nigerians have money. Ghanaians are rich. People in South Africa are rich. Zimbabwe, their people are rich. You see what I'm saying? But we are the cursed people. We are not the same as them. All right? Stephen's speech makes its equation. And in this sense, it is adopted to describe the new gathering or congregation of the disciples of Yahushua Christ. Meaning what? People. All right? We understand that. Good. I hope you understand that. All right? Good. Right? Now we're in Romans 16 and 16. Right? The churches of Yahushua salute you. Right? Now this church means what? Under one man at a time. Who are the other men in this time? The other men would have been the Pharisees, the Sadducees, the Essenes, who are other Israelite camps who know they're Israelites. So what does that rule out the faction of? Knowing you're an Israelite does not mean you're in the truth. Because it wasn't in the time of Christ. In the time of Christ, being an Israelite didn't make you be in the truth. You had to be under this man to be in the truth. When Yahushua died, right? If you were not under Peter, right? If you were not under Peter, right? If you were not under Peter, you were not in the truth. And Peter was not Christ, right? And Peter had no wives. That's why the people from the purple group said, oh yeah, a bishop must have one wife. When Yahushua was a bishop, he had no wife. So that scripture doesn't mean what you think it means. Peter took up the baton after Yahushua left to be the leader of the nation of Israel. And he was not Yahushua, he was not the king, but he was the leader of Israel. Right? And he had no wife neither. So the scripture talking about a bishop must have one wife doesn't mean a woman. Because this is a spiritual language. This is a spiritual way of talking. You see what I'm saying? Just like when I say, yo, grab two of the dog them and can roll with me. Don't mean that I'm gonna get two dogs and we're gonna roll down the street on our backs, on our front, on our backs again. It means we're gonna get two men who live like wolves of the tribe of Benjamin, right? And we're going to, like a wheel would roll down the street, we're going to roll down the street, except we're not physically rolling. You see what I'm saying? Because this is a spiritual language. And not everybody can understand it. If you're in the mind of a white man, you cannot understand this. That's why the white man kisses each other when he says, hey, you're supposed to greet with a holy kiss. They turn this into some gating. When it is not that. Alright? The Bible is an ultra masculine straight book. I think in this Bible they kill homosexuals in here. You see what I'm saying? In Jamaica you have some fish, some sprat. Talk about, oh yeah, Batman for dead, Batman dead, and they're the most Batman out there. We're the most tight pants wearing man out there. You know what I'm saying? Have no girls. Be a youth with tight pants around them. With a secret for them. And he said, oh yeah, this Batman get liquor and this one get liquor. Why? Because he had something to do with it. That's why some fish business going on. And that is going to come into our next topic, talking about demons. All right? Now, verse 17. Now I beseech you, brethren. Right? Now, what does the word beseech mean? Very important. Now, Christians go way over it all the time. You see what I'm saying? You have to pay attention to every single word that is written in this Bible right here. The word beseech means to seek out and urgently improve. Seek out what? Seek out errors, man. Seek out heresies, man. Right? Seek out any wrong aspect in a man's mind, in a man's spirit. And what? Urgently improve. You go get that in your dictionary. As a matter of fact, my phone can do that right here. Right? The Most High made these things only for these purposes, right? Beseech, definition. Oh, there we go. There we go. Look at that. Look at that right there. Hold on. Can I get it? Can I get it? Can I get it? No. We can't get it. No, sir. I'm gonna read it. Ask urgently and fervently do something. This means this word beseech means a word of action. Right? Implore or to entreat. Meaning what? You see somebody, you asking something. Why? Because why are you gonna ask someone for something? Because you need it. You ask someone for sugar because you need sugar. You ask someone for eggs. Why? Because you need eggs. That's your problem. Your problem is you don't have eggs. So what am I gonna do? I need to go find out the solution to this problem. Go get some eggs. From who? From another man that has eggs. You see what I'm saying? You having all these problems, all these demons you fighting. What are you gonna do about it? Nothing. That's not what the Lord is saying. Beseech thee, brethren. Seek out counsel from your brethren. You see what I'm saying? He's saying something for you to figure out on your own. It's not something where you sit down and say, oh, I'm teaching myself the Bible. I'm going to learn a little bit from here and a little bit from here, and I'm going to come with my own conclusion to find the Lord. That's not how the Lord works. That's not how Yahawashi works. Then why would Yahawashi have disciples if he's working on his own? Then the disciples could have said, hey, I don't have to follow Yahawashi. I'm going to just learn a little bit from you, a little bit from the Pharisees, a little bit from the Sadducees, and I'm going to work out my own my own relationship with the Lord. When Yahawashi says he come on now, John 1:1. Let's get it. That's a good one too, John 1:1. We're gonna come right back here, so don't lose this. All right, for those who are watching, like and subscribe. All right, let's get John 1:1. Matthew, Mark, Luke, John. John is the last one, right? Oh my God, where am I gonna find that right now? Somebody give me that scripture right there. Right? But you know what I'm talking about, the one where Yahawashi says, he who cometh not by me, right? Cometh not by the Father, right? In other words, you have to follow along the straight path, all right? And then make sure there's no questions online. All right? And make sure you show some love to the page, man. All right, I don't see nothing in the in the chat box here. All right, show some love to the priest, man. All right, to the priests in the I.S.U.P.K. Big up Abadawan, right? Big up Akaya. You know what I mean? Big up Kayadwan. You know what I mean? Big up all of the young men and the troopers in the school. Big up all the officers in I.S.U.P.K. Jamaica, right? The other umbrella, I can't remember your name, right? Remind me of your name, all right? All right. So while we're doing that, we're gonna get back Romans 16, right? So we're gonna keep getting until we can find that one there, right? Verse 17, Romans 16 and 17. Now I beseech you, brethren, mark them which cause divisions, right? And offenses where? Contrary to the doctrine. Meaning what? There's only one doctrine. And any man that violates this doctrine, he is not in the truth. All right? Mark them, meaning take a note of these people right here. These people are trying to violate the doctrine of the I.S.U.P.K. Right? We found the truth. We're in the truth. We know about the tribes now, right? The Lord said he reveals his secret in Amos 3 and 7. We're going to get that too. All right? Let's get it now before I forget and get carried away. Because there's so many scriptures that run through our mind's mind in a second. All right? And we're going to Amos chapter 3. All right? Amos chapter 3, verse 7. All right? No, Jamaica. All right? Verse 6. Right? Amos 3 and 6. Shall a trumpet be blown in the city, and the people not be afraid? Shall there be evil in a city, and the Lord have not done it? Very, very, very important. Why? Because the Lord is saying that he's the one who brings evil about. Why? To punish evildoers. A murderer gets murdered. It's not a coincidence. A murderer gets murdered. A drug dealer gets murdered. You know, so you're worrying about a drug dealer, how he's living so nice and living so well. Meanwhile, he's the cause of everyone's death. Your grandma, my cousin, everybody. He's the purple. He put everybody on drugs, everybody ruin their life. I'm thinking that, oh, everything's gonna be fine. No problem, man. When you see a murder go down, you see some shooting happen, it's because that man deserved it, man. You see what I'm saying? Unless it's from the oppressor. Oppressor is a different story. But crime in Jamaica, the Lord is gonna meet everyone with justice, right? When crime happens in Jamaica, right? And all things the Lord is seeing. Even in Egypt, right? It was said that what? The cry reached up to the Most High, and he heard. And what did he do? Free the people from Egypt at that time. Meaning what? The Lord hears our cry, man. You know what I mean? But here's the problem. We are not trying to seek his ways. You see what I'm saying? What does Amos 3 and 7 say? Surely the Most High will do nothing, but he revealeth his secret unto his servants, the prophets. Why? Because these prophets are going to show you the straight path that the Yahushua said you should follow along. You see what I'm saying? That's what the Most High is going to do. The Lord is going to do nothing but that. You see what I'm saying? You want the Most High to come into your dream and tell you personally about everything that goes down. So you should be the prophet and not the prophets that he established. Not the priesthood that should be established. You want the Most High to come to you. Why? Because you're selfish, man. And you don't love your brother. That's why. So you go to somewhere where you can go get your vain glory and your vain fame. So you go join another group that you think will allow you to have established your own vain glory and fame. More than likely, you're gonna go to them stinking the purple group, right? Or the rapist bedsheet group, the GMS. More than likely, you're gonna go there because you know what I'm saying. We don't let nobody get no rank who is not sincere to the Lord. A man who's phony to the Lord, you know what I mean? He's only concerned about his own vain glory and fame. You see what I'm saying? We keep them down in here. I think we don't even let you in through the door. You see what I'm saying? But this is the I.S.U.P.K under command GEN.YAHANNA. You see what I'm saying? We're looking for serious servants of the Lord. You see what I'm saying? To love thy brother like thyself. You see what I'm saying? To love our brother. Value our brother like you've never had before. Value our brother like you've never seen before. And that is the issue with Jamaica. Jamaican people don't value Jamaican people. They murder Jamaican people. Jamaican people abuse other Jamaican children. You don't respect your neighbor's house. You don't even respect the streets that your family live on. You see what I'm saying? That's what's missing, the love. Why? Because you have not been taught by church to forgive another Jamaican. Right? Oh my God, boy, we know that scripture right there, brotherhood scripture. Babu was Shah. All right. Let's get it. Let's get it. Matthew 18 and 21. A fundamental scripture your church does not teach you. All right. Don't worry, we're not done there. We're gonna get into these demons. right? Many of these demons they got from slavery. You see what I'm saying? Many of these demons you had from before getting on the slave ships to America, to the Americas, to the Caribbean, to North America and South America. You had this before you came here. You had these demons which you have to fight if you ever want to get free from this captivity. You want to fight poverty. You want to fight all this violence and crime around you. You have to get these things straight. Or you're going to forever be in Kingston and Portmore, Spanish Town. You understand? And Black River and Maypen and Montego Bay. Oh my gosh, the most murdering, killing place in all of Jamaica right now. This gang, Stonecrusher gang, and the Piranha, and the this and the that, and Wanada and clans, and everybody just dying left and right and center. And nobody has a solution to it. You complain to the police, and they create something called Indicom and this JDF and everything, and nobody can find a solution to it. Why? Why? Because woe to him that goes down to Egypt for help. Woe to those who seek out his oppressor's system for help. You have to get help from the Lord. Why? Because the Lord is the one that put your people in this thing. Have there been evil in the city and the Lord have not done it? The Lord will do nothing, but he revealed his secrets unto the prophets. All right? Here's a secret that you should know. The solution to this is to learn how to forgive your brother. It's hard. You see, so some of you say, looking like, oh yeah, I can forgive anyone right now. Until a situation comes up where someone is consistently violating you. And love it and forgiving him don't mean, oh yeah, turn the other cheek, so I'm gonna allow you to violate me again. The Lord is a man of war. You have to think like a war strategist. You need a man. And that's the problem with even the sisters in Jamaica. They don't value a Jamaican man. Sisters in Jamaica need to value a Jamaican man. You see what I'm saying? And that man needs to know where to up his value, how to upgrade his value by coming into this I.S.U.P.K and the coming in GEN.YAHANNA. Coming into the school under Abadawan. That's what they should do. You see what I'm saying? I take command from Captain I.S.U.P.K. That's what they should do. You see what I'm saying? It wasn't the Abraham that said, hey, getting ahead of ourselves. Getting ahead of ourselves. Let's get it. Genesis 15. Genesis 15 and 1 verse 13. Right? We're in Egypt today, we was in Egypt before. The same rules apply. What happened today happened back then. This scripture is talking about back then, but it still can apply to now. There we go. Right? Genesis 15 and 13. Verse 12. And when the sun was going down, a deep sleep fell upon Abram. Abram was later name was changed to Abraham, and his name means father of the nations. All right, a father of nations. And lo, a horror of great darkness fell upon him. A bad dream came upon him. What was his dream? That Jamaican people were going to be in Jamaica, living the life that you live, seeing the things, seeing the things that go on where nobody can see, seeing the things that go on after dark, seeing all the what brawling daylight shooting, all these things, seeing those things. It's a horrible place you live in. We live in hell on earth. That's in the Bible. Hell is on the earth, all right? And he said unto Abram, here's what the Lord said to Abram, know of a surety that thy seed, his seed meaning his descendants, shall be a stranger in a land that is not theirs. Jamaica is not ours. America is not ours. America is not the native Indians. The native Indians' home is Jerusalem, Israel, the land, the Middle East. You see, I'm saying Jericho, Gaza. Yeah, you understand? Giza, not Giza, Slakia, Gaza, right? Jericho, Ramoth Gilead and Gilead. You understand? Those places, that's where the Lord's people belong. You see what I'm saying? And shall serve them. Why are we serving people? Because we are under punishment where we have to serve another people. For how long? And they shall afflict them 400 years. Jamaican people have been in Jamaica for 400 years. In the Bible. Why don't your church, your Christian pastor teach you this? Why don't your Catholic teacher teach you this? That they said that we was going to be in a place, a land that is not ours, a land that we were brought to, that is not our home, that is not our place of origin, that we're going to be there for 400 years, and we're going to serve another people. Serve Horace Chan, and serve all these other people, some Shahini, and some and this and that and these people. Serve all of these Indians who come from East India to Jamaica, serve all these Chinese businesses, build their highways, work in their hotels, work in the Rio, and all these things. We're going to serve them and be afflicted by them for 400 years. Serve them in their drug trade. That's another one right there. The stinking drug trade. Every politician in Jamaica have a hand in the drug trade. Every politician is right there just to tell the man out of the Coast Guard them out on the sea. Yeah, let that money in. Let that money in. Don't let the money in. That's not our business. We don't profit from him coming in. But with this man right here, this is our man right here. Make sure this man come in. Fine and okay and fine. Give him all a bottle of water, yeah, man. Give him some cooked food. When them coming with them drugs to Jamaica. You know what I mean? Bring on all, let all these men come in from Haiti with the shipment of AK-47 made in Haiti. Let them come in. And a man get paid off. And the evil economy keeps rolling. And when I mean rolling, I don't mean roll like turn upside down. I'm talking about roll as in our way of talking. All right? For 400 years. Now, also the nation whom they shall serve will I judge. Right? Now, the people that we serve, the oppressor, right? The Lord is going to judge him too, based on how he treats us. That is why we have the coronavirus. Right? That's why we have the coronavirus. Yeah, you understand, right? And they try to make it seem like it's a black people disease only, right? Black people are the one that's getting all of it. When I turn on CNN today, all right, I turn on the news today, all right, and what did they show me? They show me this, right? Let me make the screen brighter so you can see it properly, right? This is what they show me right here. Look at that right here. Look at that. I don't know how clear show. There you go, right there. Look at that. White people, top of the chart, right there. The oppressor, the slave master, #1 dying from the coronavirus. Who's behind that? Who's behind that? The people of God, right? But there's the coronavirus right there. U.S. COVID-19 death toll crosses 100,000, 103,000. Right? Who's behind that? The people of God, African Americans and Latinos. Because why? Because they are Christians, and the Lord does not want us to be Christians. Who's behind that? The people, more people abuse us. Who is that? Asians. Who's Asians? Chinese people. You see what I'm saying? The coronavirus was from the Lord. And we're going to get scriptures from that also, right? We got so many scriptures to go through, right? Let me finish this one here before I continue on further, right? Right? I shall afflict them 400 years. Also the nation whom they shall serve will I judge. We serve the Chinese in Jamaica. The Lord has judged the Chinese. Chinese people dropping like flies. You understand? And afterwards, they shall come out. Who is that? We shall come out. We shall come out from this captivity afterwards. What? With great substance. Why is that? Because we are going to fight our demons in this time. And learn to not be a murderer. Learn to not be a scammer. Learn to not be a rapist or a child molester or a homosexual or a Christmas celebrator or a give me one of them things that peculiar. Or a bad mind, covetous person. What's the song? Born bad mind. We're born bad mind. When the person singing it is a bad mind person. Envy all the. He's a dancer artist that envy all the other dancer artists. Yeah, all of that. Thou shalt not covet is the law. You know what I mean? Afterward they shall come out with great substance, and thou shalt go to their fathers in peace. We're going to go to our fathers in peace, where our fathers came from. We're going to go back to our homeland. We're going to leave Jamaica in this lifetime right here. There was a time when you wasn't so sure where we're going to go. But the signs of the destruction is right now, where there's coronavirus everywhere. The coronavirus, the plague from Egypt is here. Come on now. Come on, the plague of Egypt is here. There was a time when all the firstborn sons will die. The Lord will say, hey, everyone that don't serve me, you dying like how I did the plague in Egypt. The death angel is here. You understand, all right? Good. Now let me get back to And the secret also is that the coronavirus is from the Lord. That's a secret that people don't understand. That people act like it's not. People are like, oh, you want to wear your mask? You want to wear your mask and gloves? When the mask is doing nothing, people are getting the virus through the mask. It's a virus. A virus is smaller than the particles in a damn. You need a microscope to see it. Air is coming in and out of your mask and your cloth, your kerchief, because why? Because there's spaces in the thing that a virus can go through, that air can go through. And if it's in the air, if it's in someone's breath, right? I don't see too much people sneezing and coughing out here, but the virus is going around, right? The virus is going around. All of that. Oh, yeah, keep your 6 feet distance apart. When they tell you when a man sneezes, his sneeze goes across the room, and they're gonna tell you 6 feet apart. You see what I'm saying? Here's what I know. I know that the Most High power is real. That's what I do know. Right? The Most High chooses who lives and who dies. You don't believe me? No problem. Let's get it. Let's get it. We're going to Deuteronomy 32. Deuteronomy, right? 32, right? These pages are small. Bear with me. Here's the God. Here's the real God of the Bible. All right. Here's what the Lord said in Deuteronomy, 5th book of Moses. All right. Moses ain't no liar. Moses was a real man of God. Moses had a secret revealed to him by the Most High. The Lord said he revealed the secret to his servants, the prophets. Your Christian pastor don't teach you this because he has no secrets to give you. That's why you shouldn't go to church, because he has no secret to give you. All right. See now that I, even I, am he, and there is no God with me. Meaning what? There's only one Most High. He sent his son Yahushua. And Yahushua is not a God with God. You know what I'm saying? He sits at the right hand of the Most High because he's the second in charge of all of the universe under the Most High. Here's what the Most High said. Exodus, it's Deuteronomy 32 and 39. I kill and I make alive. There you go. I kill and I make alive. So the coronavirus, those people that was killed by the coronavirus are people that the Lord killed. And here's number one. People dying everywhere. No problem. People dying everywhere. Not a half, not one of anyone in the I.S.U.P.K. had a death from the coronavirus. The COVID-19 has not killed one person in the I.S.U.P.K. I can't speak for any other group. I can't speak for every other single church that you know. I can't for all of the grandmas that are in hospital right now that go to church. But I know this: the grandmas in the I.S.U.P.K. are alive and well and breathing and walking fine and feeling good and enjoying the daytime sunlight and enjoying the cool breeze at night. I know they're doing that. But for those who are not in the I.S.U.P.K., hey, the Lord be with you. And what do I mean by the Lord being with you? Whatever the Lord got for you, whether he got peace or hell, it's for you. Lord be with you. For those who oppose the I.S.U.P.K., the Lord be with you too. All right. I wound and I heal, saith the Lord. This is Deuteronomy 32 and 39. I wound and I heal. If you get the disease, the Lord gave you the disease. I'm an essential worker. I'm in New York City, right? I haven't been to Jamaica in a long time. Why? Because the oppressor is the devil. And just like many, right? I have to fight my demons, just like an ex-man fight their demons. One time, before I knew the I.S.U.P.K., just like any man you know, we are surrounded by demons. That's why when you say a man, yo, this man, he have his ways. This man have his ways. Why does he have his ways? His ways are the demons. You know, that man they cool, you know, but you know, every man have them ways, you know. You know what? Every man has a demon. Right? I have my demons. You have your demons. And you have to fight yours like I have to fight mine. Right? And when you fight yours like how I fight mine, the Lord will give you blessings and talents. You see what I'm saying? Skill and wisdom and ability. right? And wealth. And it comes no other way than that. None. Zero. You will get no gifts from the Lord without serving him in spirit and in truth. All right? I wound and I heal. A man might get the coronavirus. You turn to the Lord, you're going to get healed. All right? There's the Lord. So some men get the coronavirus, right? These are not men in the I.S.U.P.K. There are some brothers that you will see on TV in the hospital and all these things. They will tell the Lord in a prayer. They find the time to pray that day. Enough people don't like prayer. I understand, right? Christians make you feel like, you know, God ain't real. They believe in God, but don't think that God is alive to do something on earth right now. But when you're in that trouble, what do? You turn to the Lord. That's what they do. And they show the Lord one thing, that they are willing to change. They are willing to submit themselves in will to the Most High if they stay alive. No problem. The Lord might have heard you, and you might still be alive. But the Lord is going to test you. And we're going to get that also next. Oh, that's a good one right there. That's the topic that I wanted to get into. Demons. Right? How to fight demons. What a demon is. How a demon spreads. All right? I want to get wisdom of Solomon. All right? I want to get wisdom of Solomon. Right? Finishing Deuteronomy 32 and 39. Neither is there any that can deliver out of my hand. The Lord said, neither is there any that can deliver out of my hand. There's no cure for the coronavirus at this time. No one can save you from the coronavirus at this time because the Lord says it. You see a virus come on Europe, there's no cure for it. You get AIDS or some weird something because you had some weird, you know, you using drugs with needles or you having some weird sexual lust. You get AIDS. It's giving you a death punishment, man. You see what I'm saying? Now, if you live, it must be the Most that make you live, because the Lord said there's nothing that can deliver out of his hands, and the coronavirus is the hand of the Lord over the earth, over modern day Egypt. All right. All right. Good. Now I want temptations, right? Temptations. Ecclesiasticus 2:1, right? This isn't what they call the Apocrypha, right? I'm going to read it right here. Here's what the Lord said. This is what Jamaicans don't understand, right? Every Jamaican love God. Every Jamaican love God, right? You hear them all the time. Oh, God come first, you know? Yeah, we want to big up the Almighty Father, you know? I want to big up my mother, you know? Father, I don't know how my father, but God I'm a father, you know? And I big up all my mother too, you know? Yeah, I big up my friend them. I big up all their money and their money. I big up this corner. Big up that corner. But first, the Almighty Father. My son, if thou come to serve the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptation. If you don't fight temptation, you don't love God. Now, this temptation comes by all fronts of demons, right? What is a demon going to tell a woman to do? A demon going to tell a woman to do what? Hate her man. Disrespect her man. Right? Try to usurp the authority of a man. All right? Listen, do anything. Commit adultery on a man. When these things are there to test that woman. You see what I'm saying? Now, if she fight these things, the Lord will bless her. The Lord will make her have all kind of different gifts with her hands. Make clothes and cook better food and look more beautiful. Make the hair grow nice and long. You see what I'm saying? She will get gifts if she learns to fight her temptation and serve the Lord in the I.S.U.P.K. Now, if she's not here, then she's probably out there celebrating Christmas, where that's not serving the Lord. She's probably out there celebrating her birthday. What is celebrating your birthday? Celebrating yourself, when that is not from the Lord. Serving yourself. Why? Because you're selfish. And you have to fight the thought of selfishness. Even a brotherhood, we call it a brotherhood for a reason. Why? Because a man has to learn to fight the demon that says, love yourself, love yourself, love yourself. You have to learn to love your brothers. Learn to love your brothers. Don't be selfish. You see what I'm saying? What does that mean? What does that mean? Give away all your money? No, that's not what it means. You see what I'm saying? It means you make money, and when you can, help this brother out. You see what I'm saying? Who is your brother? The man that is with you in the Lord. You see what I'm saying? It doesn't mean a man who is your enemy, fronting to be your brother because he's simply a Jamaican. He has to be turned over to be your brother. How do you live with your brother? You would share food with your brother. You see what I'm saying? You have to make him be a man. Convince him with this word right here. Convince him with the truth. And make him to be a man that will give you food too. You give him connections. Make him be a man that will give you connections too. You see what I'm saying? Now, does this mean that you can't give a homeless man a dollar? You can give a homeless man a dollar. You see what I'm saying? But you have to know who your loyalty is with. Who is family and who is not family. You see what I'm saying? Christ said, love not the world. Why? Christ said, I pray not for them, but I pray for those. Why? Because some men are evil. Some men are the ungodly. And Christ is not in the council of the ungodly. But we have a council of the godly here in the I.S.U.P.K. And you should love them. These men are going to be the men who will live and die for you. You understand? Something happens. Now, if I ever get my citizenship in the next year or so, I might have a problem in Jamaica. I will be there. I will be down there. I will be there. I'm not going to say what I'm going to be with or who you, but I will be there. And problems will get solved. You understand? Because that's the kind of men we raise in the I.S.U.P.K. We are an army, man. We are military. It's not a joke. You see what I'm saying? Enough men, I understand enough men out there are jokers. I understand that. But this, us in the I.S.U.P.K. under command General Yohana, we are not jokers. You know what I'm saying? We are men. Just like how the world is full of men, we are men. And men defend their men. Men defend their brothers. Men fight for their brothers. Help their brothers. Help their sisters and fight for their sisters. You see what I'm saying? And defend the children. And defend the fatherless and the poor. And we bring them onto our side. Because if a man is poor and he's not on our side, then whose side is he on? Is he on the slave master's side? Does he do things that the slave master would do? Does he say things that the slave master would say? Does he worship the God that the slave master would worship? John 8:44. John 8:44. We have to be exclusive in love when it comes to our people, all right? Exclusive in love. You see what I'm saying? And I'm going to sit there, oh, big up my family. I don't love my family. Straight up. I don't love my family. I honor my father. I love my father. I love my mother. You see what I'm saying? I love my mother and father like Abraham loved his mother and father. But I don't love my family. My family is the I.S.U.P.K. I love them. They are my real family in Christ. They're my family in blood. Why? Because they're my race. They're my family in Christ. Why? Because they are in the same army, jurisdiction, authority, works, spirit, soul, and accord like me. Because I chose to put myself into their hands, into their doctrine, into their spirit and their accord and their faith. When your family don't love you, man, your family wants to borrow money from you and don't give it back. That's what your family wants to do. That's what your cousin wants to do. He wants to borrow money from you. He see, oh, yo, that man, I get a piece of money, you know. Yeah, that man, I get a piece of change that weekend, you know. Yo, go beg him a thing for me, you know. And what does he do? Go send your cousin to you to give money to him because he's a yes man for this man here. Or you got some girlfriend that you want to give all your love to and all your money to, and she's not really with you. She's taking your money and giving it to this man here. You see what I'm saying? Is that someone you should love? Turn the other cheek does not mean allow yourself to be abused. That's not what it means. It means give a man a chance to not abuse you. You see what I'm saying? You forgive him, but you don't put yourself in ways to be abused. All right? John 8:44. All right? John chapter 8:44. And brother, you should be promoting this page, all right? Share this page on go on Facebook and share this page to every page on Facebook with everything Jamaica. Jamaican group there. I.S.U.P.K. is there. Yeah, you understand? Get a set of brothers who are good with the phone and the twiddling of the thumbs on the phone. And you two go in there, the Lord send us out in twos all the time. You go out there in twos, man. You go out and conquer these groups, man. People try to make folly of the school. You go make folly of them and let them know how dumb they live by spending all their money in dream weekend. You know what's man make money at Jamaica? Man who is scammer, man who is drug dealer, man who is all kind of things. And they get their money. And what they do with their money? Spend it. Get in the problem. What did they do? Broke. You was rich last week from your crime. Why are you poor today? Because that was not a blessing like you thought it would be a blessing. Why is one British dead? Someone's been out here. Why is one British dead? Why is our rifle dead? Why is Dodos in jail for life? Where is come on, even some of them money, man. Zeeks, he was a straight homosexual. Zeeks, where is he? He's dead. Why is he dead? I thought he would be happy. He was a Don. He was a Don of Matthew's Lane. I don't know what you call it, Matthew's Lane. It's really Matthew's Lane. It's Matthew like Matthew in the Bible. It's called Matthew's Lane. Why is he dead? Why? Mampy Zeeks from one of the people might not know these names. Mampy Zeeks from he was a Don of what's that place name again? Mountain View. Where is Placarado? Where is Bunman? Where is Bulby? Where is Tesha Miller right now? The man never hide, man. What's name the one when him call one Dan, the black man right there, so. Right? Where is he? What kind of life is he living? Is he happy? Them man they go in and out of jail every week, man. Doggy and bigger crime and them man. Where are they? Where is unknown gang? Kevin, they call themselves unknown because they're hiding from justice. They have to call themselves unknown gang. Where's the piranha them? What kind of life do they live? Come on, man. I'll tell you what kind of life they live. They live the life that the white men have taught them to live. The way the white man got to his heaven on earth, with the way how the white man tried to live good through crime, is the same way. Peculiar. Hey, handle him, please, before you draw down the thing down, please. All right. The way how the white man found his happiness in the earth is the way how the slaves of the white man think they're going to get happiness in the earth, and they're making a major mistake in doing that. They're making a horrible mistake in doing that. Some man and Mobby say, yo, we are going to scam some of them people, you know. And I say, hey, I'm not mad at them, you know. All them scamming them, hey, I ain't mad at you. You see what I'm saying? So you go scam some steak master, yo. Hey, I will tell you this. The Lord does not want you to be a thief. The Lord does not want you to be a criminal. You know what I mean? The Lord does not want you to be a man who goes after filthy lucre. All right? The Lord does not want a man to have unjust gain. That is not a blessing from the Lord. You see what I'm saying? A gain from the Lord is a gain that cannot be taken. That a gain from the Lord is a gain that is respected by all authority on the earth. Where a man see things and have left it. White man see things and have left that. Him say, oh, he ain't gonna come and take your car. Where you get the car from? Where you get the money to buy this car? Where you get this money from? Where you get this clothes and jewelry from? A blessing from the Lord is where police come to you and say, yo, sir, everything all right? Everything cool? Yeah. Just to make sure, say, you know, come in and say, you're good, man, you know, you have a good reputation, boy, you know. Yeah, me know say, hey, any man come violate, you know what, just call the police for your safety, all right? Now, does that mean that we love police? We don't love police. Police are also traitors to their people. Police are criminals also. You see what I'm saying? Crime going on everywhere. The police is the one working with the bad man them. You see what I'm saying? But a good reputation from the Lord goes a long way. You see what I'm saying? That's the point I'm trying to make. I've never called the police ever in my life, not once. I never had to. You see what I'm saying? I think I might have been on the wrong side of the law before I came into the school right here. And I was taught to live an upstanding lifestyle by the will of the Most High in Christ. Taught to us by Commander GEN.YAHANNA, as many know, that I am in New York. I'm pressed to be like this under Captain Desire Yak. All right? John 8:44. Ye are of your father, the devil. Now, there is a man who is called a son of God. First of all, let's get that first. All right. Romans 9 and go to Romans 9 and let me check it out first. I want to say Romans 9 and 14. Let me see what it says first. I don't think it's it. I don't know why I think it's not it. It's not it. Right? Romans 8 and 14. There you go. Romans 8 and 14. Right? Romans 8 and 14. For as many as are led by the Spirit of God, they are the sons of God. Okay, now. For as many as are led by the Spirit of God, they are the sons of God. What does that mean? You're talking about angels? This book right here is giving you instructions. It's giving you instructions right here, meaning what? It's telling you who's with the Lord and who's not with the Lord. That was the direction of Christ. Many meaning what? Mankind. There's many men out here. There's many men out here. But not all of them are with the Lord. I think few of them are with the Lord. All of their Christians are against God. How do I know that? Your auntie, your auntie that goes to church, she hates someone that's in church because she's not of the Lord. She hates the other person in her church because she's not of the Lord. She's not led by the Spirit of God. You see what I'm saying? Your auntie is not saying, oh yeah, we are Israelites and we're gonna get free from Jamaica one day, free from poverty, and one day these youth are gonna grow up and never have to consider being a criminal. That's not what she's saying. She's saying call the police and eradicate all these thugs, these criminals, these animals, these scoundrels. That's what she's saying. Because she's not led by the Spirit of God. Our job in the I.S.U.P.K is to turn bad man and police into priests of the Most High God. That's our job in here. Turn the bad man and the police and the Christian. Turn them away from their sins in being Christians. Turn them away from their sins from being Rastafarians and Muslims. Turn them from their sins in being a bad man. And turn them away from their sins from being a police. And turn them into men of the Most High God under our King. Yahweh Shai Mashiach, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. That is our job in I.S.U.P.K and nothing else. Our job is to bring our people, our Jamaican people, back onto the Lord. I hope you're understanding what I'm saying. Our job is not to be more righteous than you. Our job is to make you be as righteous as we are raised to be in the I.S.U.P.K. That is our job here. All right? For as many as are led by the Spirit of God, they are the sons of God. Now, what does that mean? When you read in the book of Genesis, and it says the sons of God saw the daughters of men. Those sons of God are not angels. Those sons of God are the people from the chosen lineage of the Lord. Who are the sons of God today? It's supposed to be Jamaican people, but we don't live like the sons of God. We live like the sons of the devil. That's why we're criminals. That's why we're drug dealers. That's why we're murderers. That's why Jamaican people out there are like Shabada. Right? And then what's the next one? Girly. Oh my gosh, girly. You know what I mean? And everybody wants to be like us. Everybody wants to be like Wandan. Everybody wants to be like this and that and after this. Right? Because that's all we know. Right? Because we've been raised in a society that was constructed and established by devils. But who do I mean the devil? The devil under the ground? You go under the ground, you will find no devil. Before you find the devil under the ground, you will find crude oil. Before you find the devil under the ground, you will find gold and diamonds and gems. You go dig under the ground deep enough, you will find gold and diamonds and gems, but you will not find no devil. You see what I'm saying? Greek mythology is not real. You ever watch the movie Hercules, the cartoon one, right? Hercules, they go under the ground. Who's under the ground? Hades. Hades with the bald head and the skinhead white man, blue man or whatever, with fire on his head, with a pitchfork, getting souls and torturing souls. I don't think we have to go under the ground to find that. I just think we have to go back to what 1800s, 1700s in Jamaica, and we will go to a plantation called Egypt, who was run by a slave master called Thomas Thistlewood, and he was a man who would torture us and make one Jamaican man sit down right here and make another one come and do them with his mouth and get a cloth like this and wrap around your neck and tie like this and make you so you can choke on the doodle of your fellow slave, right? And now today you're in Kingston saying, what's the woman them say? Yo, go nyam ish. In other words, go nyam doodle, because it came down from slavery. That's why, because it came from slavery. You see what I'm saying? And this is not a coincidence. You see what I'm saying? This is nothing new. You see, you understand? It's nothing strange, I'm telling you. You've seen this all your life, but you don't know where it comes from. And I.S.U.P.K, we're gonna tell you where it comes from. Week by week by week. You know, come to class, you're gonna learn where all these things come from. Alright? Good. Alright. Back to John 8:44, right? John 8:44. And that's witchcraft as well. Because what does that do in slavery? One man feel like you don't like you. You go do that to you. You feel like you feel good now because you get to abuse you. The next man learn to hate his brother. Because you learn to hate each other from being in captivity under these nations, man. And you got these people are led by demons to test you. You see what I'm saying? And you have to overcome all these things. Yahweh said, I send you as sheep among wolves. You see what I'm saying? You have to be a sheep and not get eaten by these wolves out here. You see what I'm saying? You are of your father, the devil, right? And the lust of your father you will do. Now, does Satan underground have lust? Does he have lust? He doesn't have lust. He doesn't exist. All right? But there's a man who is spiritually your father. He does have a lust. He likes to molest children and murder people and rape people. And he's a homosexual. And he's a drug dealer. And he's a Christian. And he celebrates Christmas, birthdays, and Easter. Right? There is a man who has all these lusts. Lust for pork. You tell a man to go stop pork, it's like he committed a crime against him. Say, oh, you tell that man pork is the sweetest meat, man. What? One time in Jamaica, we couldn't afford beef, you know. We couldn't afford beef, but we had the pork, you know. The pork is affordable, you know. If I never pay pork, we'd have dead for hunger. You go tell them to cut out chicken. They say, yeah, man, chicken. Don't be chicken now, man. You hear about chicken gun, yeah? No, I'm not hear that, man. You go to the next man, say, yo, beef. Yeah, man, I cut out beef, man. What, beef no good? Long time I eat them something there, you know. I don't even trust beef. You know what they make the cow eat, you know. Nowadays, they throw up on grass and know the whole coconut tree, them dead off. I don't know what happened to the grass, you know. I see people are walking these, you know, at the cow, you know, at the cow eat, you know. Man, cut out beef, man. Tell a man to stop eat pork. What? Pork? How you tell about pork, bro? Pork is sweetest meat, man. You better not try pork yet. What? It's a demon. He will stop ordering lots of things by choice. He will stop eating the cow and the chicken by choice. But he will not stop eating the pork because it's not a choice. Because there's something driving him to do this thing. You go tell a homosexual, you see him to stop being a homosexual. What's he gonna say? Oh, I was born like this. You're gonna say he's born like that. You see what I'm saying? You're gonna tell you it was not a choice. You're gonna tell you he was born like that. When really, he was molested as a child. That's thing that we know in the I.S.U.P.K through counseling. You see what I'm saying? Homosexuals will tell you. Just ask a homosexual, were you ever molested in church? You think he's not gonna say no? You go to some garrison area where there's this one Batman in the area. There's one man who act like a girl who nobody can touch. Nobody ain't killing him. Oh, Batman for dead. All the shoot. What's one name? Me not climb pan pot. Me not climb. Oh, come on, the cartel man. Me not climb pan. Me not climb pan. Paul Batty for wage and call party. Some. You know what I'm talking about, man. All of these songs, man. And them are born in a churchy man yard. A fire saving born them. All this. When he's right there in your lane, in your garrison, and nobody can touch him. Why? Because he has Batman protection. That's why. Because the Batman they touch him, one of them Batman there with the gun touch him. And nobody can talk to the Batman there. And nobody could dare talk to the Batman there. Because the Batman will kill you if you talk about it. He will kill you in your own family. Because life don't worth nothing. to a sinner. Life don't worth nothing to a man who is of his father, the devil. A Jamaican life is not valued by a man who is raised by the devil in Jamaica. A devil, right? A man who is considered the son of the devil in Jamaica, right? He doesn't value another Jamaican's life, all right? Ye are of your father the devil, and the lust of your father you will do, right? He was a murderer from the beginning. From the time of Cain, there have been a people that are murderers, right? Murder for nothing. You see what I'm saying? Kill for nothing. Kill for less than 5 cents, like my father song. Kill for less than 5 cents, right? It was a murder from the beginning, and abode not in the truth. He didn't stay in the truth. He didn't want to live in the truth because there was no truth in him. You see what I'm saying? And our people see the white man, admire him, and want to live like him. And then you go, and then what is the result? Oh, Jamaica is the #1 crime spot in the world per capita, per GDP, per capita, whatever they call it. You see what I'm saying? Per capita, meaning per man per island, Jamaica is the worst murder capital of the earth. In the back in the 80s, right? I don't know how it is today. I know we're still running around 1,000 murders a year in Jamaica, right? I know recently it's gonna be less because the Lord has brought more punishment to Jamaica, and they don't include all the people that disappear and you can't find them. Man who get his head flinger and chop off and thrown in the river and buried in this outside place. They're not accounted for in them statistics. But the Lord sees it. You see, nothing ain't changed. And nothing will change. Everyone will say, oh yeah, we got to make a change. We all got to come together, and them think there's foreign, them think people talk American, them think they don't work. But in Jamaica now, you have your own Jamaican people where you can love them, and you should absolutely love them. And that will be the solution to all crime. If the man in Jamaica learned to love his fellow brother, his fellow Jamaican brother, who would he kill? He would say, I can't kill him. He's my brother from Jamaica. Me and him come off of the slave ship together as family. Barnett and Campbell and Simpson and this and that. You see what I'm saying? I can't hurt him. I cannot sell drugs to him. I cannot set him to go to jail for the drugs that's being sold here. If a man give me drugs, I cannot send him to carry my drugs because he might get caught with my drugs, and I can't talk to his mother when he gets in trouble, or when next bad man go kill him. It's gonna be on me, and I value his life. Them things don't go on in Jamaica. Why? Because we're missing these things right here. We're missing these things right here. All right. We're missing Matthew 18 and 18, right? Matthew 18 and 21, right? Matthew chapter 18, verse 21. Then Peter came to him. Then came Peter to him and said, Lord meaning not God here, right? Lord meaning master, right? Talking about the king, right? Yahushua, right? In other words, in Hebrew, other one. Not Yahweh, not Allahayim, right? But Lord as in other one, right? How often shall my brother sin against me and I forgive him? Now, what is a way our man can sin against you? A man can sin against you by, gossiping is a sin according to the Bible. I'm going to talk things against you. He go say something against you. He go steal something from you. He go steal something from you. You know what I'm saying? He go back to be my rob you. He go stick up and I say, yo, me put them now, no food. Run out some change. No. A man might diss you some way. You see what I'm saying? What did the Lord saying? To Yahushua. How often shall my brother sin against me and I forgive him? Till 7 times? Should I number how much times this man can diss me? Right? First of all, you should not be a man who get this. You should do your push-up, man. Do your push-up and go to the Hebrew Academy and be a force against all spirit out there. That's what you should do. You should do your push-ups. You should do your workouts. You should go to Hebrew Academy. Many of men in the school are Hebrew Academy graduates. Officer Abadawan, I watched him graduate 2 years ago. 2 years ago? Or last year. I watched him graduate last year. You see what I'm saying? It's a beautiful thing to see men grow up to be men become men of war. I'm gonna say grow up because you know what I'm saying we are big men here. You see, there were men who became men of war in I.S.U.P.K under Christ, who the Lord is with them and will defeat and kill anyone who steps in the wrong way around us. You see what I'm saying? There's another priest that says you should wash your mouth when you come to the door of the prophets. I'm paraphrasing, but you should absolutely do that. And where are all the enemies, man? Yeah, I mean, I know the U.P.K got enemies everywhere. I know the U.P.K. I know the U.P.K got enemies in Jamaica. Where are all your Jamaican enemies at, man? Come on, man. What's going on in the chat over here, man? I want to see some war going on here in the chat room here, man. Where's all the infidels, man, to come this the U.P.K and YouTube chat here, man? I want to see all of the infidels, all of the backbiters, man. Big up Baka War, yeah, Baka War. All right, big up Baka War, right? My brother. All right. Big up Santana, Santana Richards, Yahweh Shema Arlatha Bashima Shai. That's a sister then, right? Big up Andrea, right? Big up you, all right? All right. Yahweh Shai said unto him, I say not only 7 times, but until 7 times 70. All right? Meaning, don't murder your brother. Don't murder your brother. You see what I'm saying? You serve the Lord, so the Lord protects you from being robbed. You should have protection from the Lord so you don't get hurt. Like, no bad man don't kill me. I don't get into no problem, you know. I don't get into no problem. I got nobody looking for me. Nobody can hurt me. Nobody. There's someone who would want to hurt me right now. They cannot reach me right now. They cannot reach me right now. They know where I live, and I ain't moving. I'm not moving. I'm not going anywhere. They might want to. They might not. They might want to. But even if they do, I will defend myself. By the Most High in Christ, I will defend myself fully to the fullest extent. Any man come here, you know what I'm saying, I will defend myself, and they might die, and I will be here teaching class again next week. You don't believe me? No problem. I can't travel for a reason, but I will be right here. Anybody come to my yard and try to do anything, they couldn't, and it should be the same for you too. You should be able to defend your house by all the rights and the laws and the commandments by the Most High God that governs this land on this earth. And you should be able to defend yourself. And in defending yourself, you will go home and kiss your son and have your wife and lay down with your wife and get unclean before sundown and you have class again after sundown. You should be you will do these things with the guidance in the I.S.U.P.K. You see, I'm saying, a woman who comes to the I.S.U.P.K, she will have a man. You see what I'm saying, that will die for her and kill for her if needs be, to defend the household. You see what I'm saying? I will love her to death. You see what I'm saying? You can get a man like that, a man who will not throw you away for no reason whatsoever. And your marriage will be blessed. You will get that here in the I.S.U.P.K. Now, you want to get the bad man them, you know what I'm saying? Then, you know, that's your choice. Then, you know what comes with that. You see what I'm saying? First of all, that bad man is going to use you like you're nothing. You're going to be doing a whole lot of things for him. And in the end of the day, you think you're hoping for love and you're going to get no love. All right? I've seen it many times. I've seen women fool themselves thinking they're gonna marry some criminal with some criminal life, thinking, because he drive a nice car now, because he's a big bad criminal and he's a bad man on the block. He's a gunman, so he got it going on and everybody's gonna afraid of him. He's gonna have an argument with you one day, and they're gonna create, and being in your pride of having some bad man boyfriend, you're gonna create problems for yourself. And one day your bad man boyfriend is not going to be there to save you from the trouble that you're going to come, that you're going to create for yourself with other women and men around the place. And guess what? That man who you this because you got a bad man boyfriend, he's going to shoot you. It happens, oh my God, it happens all the time. Oh, if you kill off the girl, let me know. Oh, this still going on. The woman them are going missing, so. Oh, if you do, but him and them, you don't know what kind of woman what kind of life that girl lived. She was such a nice girl, she dressed, she pretty and everything, You don't know what kind of person she is. You don't know how evil this system might have been. So I'm saying, but the Lord said, I kill and I make alive. I wound and I heal, and there's nobody that can, I'm paraphrasing, that can deliver out of my hands. All right? I want to get some of these demon scriptures. I want to go to Corinthians. All right, let's go to Corinthians, all right? Where in Corinthians do I want? I want to get 1 Corinthians 10 and 13. Demons is a very, very important part when you're growing in the truth. You see what I'm saying? The demons make all the difference of how your life is going to be in the truth, whether you're going to stay or leave, right? Whether you're going to be a seed that is planted in good ground, or whether you're going to be a seed that is planted, you know, in the stony places. All right. I want 1 Corinthians 10 and verse 13. All right. Get the nuts and supper, Jen. Nutmeg. 1 Corinthians 10 and 13. There is no temptation taken you, but such as is common to man. But God is faithful, who will not suffer you to be tempted above that you are able to. Meaning what? You're gonna have a demon that's gonna keep you or have you fighting against the Spirit of the Lord. And your goal is to fight that demon. Now, why do you have that demon? Why do you have this weird, strange, particular demon that if someone found out about this demon that you have, everybody going to look at you funny. Everybody going to look at you like, no. Him? No. Can't believe. No, sir. No, man. I am that man. It's not you. Right? But there's going to be a spirit that tempts you to do these things. Right? God is faithful. So he will never lead you to destruction. But you have this demon. Because fighting this demon, I'm getting ahead of myself, but fighting this demon is telling is your path or is your test to make sure that no unworthy people get into the kingdom of heaven. No unworthy people get into the authority in the kingdom of heaven. You see what I'm saying? No sister can be married to no priest. No authority figure in the kingdom of heaven. Now, if you're a woman out here, man, you go marry a man in I.S.U.P.K. There's a bright future for you. Yeah, but there's a bright future for you, and the men in the I.S.U.P.K. are going to raise up the 144,000. It might not necessarily be me. It might not be. I might die. Who knows? I got sons. I'll die. Be born to them. It might not be me. It might be you. You see what I'm saying? But our job is to raise up the 144,000, and when we do that, there's going to be women in the school that marry these men who are going to be lords over the earth, under the Lord of Lords, the Kings of Kings, the conquering lion of the tribe of Judah. What is Judah? Judah is a Negro. Judah was a Negro in the Bible. He was a man. He was. I think he was the sixth. I can't remember which number. I'm not gonna say. But he was not the first son of the children of Israel. He was not the first. The firstborn was Reuben. But Judah was a man, and out of him came a tribe of people. And those people are not Ethiopians. Why? Because the Ethiopians are Cushites. All right? And these temptations were not made for them. And this test and the kingdom of heaven were not made for them, but it was made for the Jamaican people because we went into slavery, like Deuteronomy 28:68 would say. All right? There have no temptation taken you. Why? Because a temptation will carry you, will take you. You want to stay at home. Your temptation is saying, yo, go smoke the weed, you know, the weed, the man have some bad weed, you know, you smell it. Yo, that weed a shot, man, you have to get that weed, you know. And when you do it, you're high, and then you wake up after your eyes sleep and get the munchies and all these things. You wake up and say, yo, should I never do that, you know? Should I never? That feeling, right, of regret after you do a certain sin, right, or all sins, that feeling of regret is your spirit saying you failed the Most High. That's what it is. You see what I'm saying? A woman got cheated on her man. What did she do? Oh my gosh, I'm sorry. I would have never did this. I'm sorry. I was upset. I was mad. I was upset. Yeah. Yo, I swear I never mean it, you know. Baby, please don't left me, baby. You get swindled by the demon. You got swindled by the demon. Now you regret it after you've done the act. Your goal is to never do the act. Your job by the Most High is to never do the act. All right? I think the temptation to see whether you will do it, whether you will do what? Serve the Lord or serve yourself. Serve the Lord or serve your flesh. You see what I'm saying? That's why birthdays is so satanic, man, before the Lord, man. Birthdays is you celebrating yourself like you are God. Pharaoh did it, and Pharaoh was a bastard. I think the Lord killed Pharaoh. I think there's no pharaohs around on the earth today. There's none. There's no pharaoh. There's no Egyptian pharaoh today. You see what I'm saying? The Lord killed them. You understand? All right. But God is faithful. The Most High is faithful, who will not suffer you to be tempted above that you are able, but will, with the temptation, also make a way to escape. Right there. Listen. But will, with the temptation, also make a way to escape. So the Lord is going to push you right to the temptation, push you right to the temptation where you got to do this evil thing. And right when you're there comes the decision. Are you going to serve the Lord, or are you going to serve the demon? Because a man cannot serve two masters, because he will love one and hate the other. Some people love their pork. God said don't eat pork. F you, God. Pork, hey, nobody can tell you if you eat pork. Nobody can tell you if you not eat pork. Nobody can tell you if you not eat pork. They eat the pork because God cannot, not even the Lord in the Bible cannot tell them to not eat pork. No, any religion tell you if I don't burn weed, they don't follow that, you know. But Christians allow you to smoke weed. You think Muslims don't smoke? Muslims smoke some weed. Muslims smoke some hashish. You see what I'm saying? Rastafarians allowed to smoke weed. But in the Bible, Proverbs 16:27, there is a rule where an ungodly man is smoking some herb. And I say some herb because weed is not the only herb that a man smokes. Cocaine comes from the coca plant. You understand? Heroin comes from the poppy seed plant. You see what I'm saying? Opium come from the poppy seed plant. Well, drugs come from plants. What do you mean? Everything on the earth. Buildings come from things from out of the ground. Clothes come from things from out of the ground. But this smoking thing, you know, that is misusing the Lord's inventions. Using the invention for evil. Getting poison against a person. When women in Jamaica would throw acid on a man. I don't know if people still do that anymore. There was a time when sisters in Jamaica, right, being in all forms of evil and hating her fellow Jamaican sister and hating other Jamaican men, she would take acid in a bottle like this and throw it on a man. Look like water, right? Throw it on a man. Because she don't love Jamaican people. I said, oh yeah, I love Jamaica. Oh, what's the song? What's the song? The national anthem. Jamaica, 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 land we love. And what you do? Throw acid on the next Jamaican. You don't like Jamaicans. You're fronting. You're pretending. You're fake. Because a demon is making you fake. A demon is tempting you to not love your. You wear all the Jamaica flag, Jamaica flag, Jamaica flag. When you hate Jamaica, you go to Jamaica and see the people they hate. You go to foreign, you get a little jugs money, right? You get the Gucci and Louis Vuitton and you bring it to Jamaica just so other people can envy you wearing those things. Because you don't love Jamaican people. You go to America, you buy 3 AK and an M16 and 2 Glock and a 9X19. You go back, you put it in a TV like this. And a fridge and a microwave and pull them apart and put them in the different part of the fridge and the microwave and the TV. You send them to Jamaica for what? Shoot Jamaican people. You love Jamaicans? You don't love Jamaicans. You hate Jamaicans. You want to kill Jamaicans. You want to hurt Jamaicans. And that is the truth in Christ. And don't worry, that is a demon. And you are made to fight that demon. You have to be a person who was raised in Jamaica, abused by Jamaicans in school. You go to Tarrant, you go to Wolmer's, you go to give me some other ghetto school them. You go to Tarrant, you could have go to UWI and UTEC. You could have go to Campion College. You could have go anywhere. You go to some things that's gonna make you hate your fellow Jamaican people. You're gonna go to a lot of abuse. You're gonna get all the name calling. They're gonna create the worst, funniest name for you growing up. And you have to learn to not hate this person for your own well-being by the Lord in Christ. You see what I'm saying? Call it all kind of names. And yes, in the end, whether you live or die is based upon how you deal with that situation. Now, there's rules when they come to a person like that. Christ said, go to him and him alone. If that man don't hear you, go get a witness. Now, here's what you don't know in the law. Getting a witness, you the security. Okay, if you don't tell nobody on the character in your hand, you go kill him, and then his cousin is gonna come kill you. You see what I'm saying? You should not give in to your demon. You see what I'm saying? If two or three, if he don't hear you when 2 or 3 witnesses come, right? You go bring the matter before the whole congregation. And guess what happens? They're gonna hear about what he did to you and everybody. Come on now, we Jamaicans here, man. We're Jamaican. Everybody from St. Mary, St. Anthony, and Port Maria and Portland and St. Andrew, St. Catherine, and St. Elizabeth. People are gonna do what? Stone him. Say, yo, you're an evil, but you're an evil, dirty boy, you know. Or if you do the man that, you thinking that this is your problem. You are a member of a community and a nation and a race on the island of Jamaica. You go follow the laws of Christ, man. There's safety in these laws, man. There's safety in the I.S.U.P.K. You see what I'm saying? There's safety in the I.S.U.P.K. You understand? You see what I'm saying? Man, give you a problem, man. The law always wins, man. The law is the go-to of all things, man. If you don't do the law, you give in to your demon. These temptations are to go against the law. All right? Now, is there any more on that? We're gonna get we didn't finish Ecclesiasticus yet, right? Ecclesiasticus. Let me get Romans 7:14. All right, Romans 7:14 is a good one. Romans chapter 7. Make sure you go there. Romans chapter 7. All right, big up Akaya, right? I saw you on you posted the John 8:44 earlier, right? Romans 7:14. Here's what the prophets are saying in Romans 7:14. And it's called Romans because it's not the bright man's book, all right? It's called Romans. Why? Because our people, Jamaican people, a long time ago, we were slaves in the actual Rome. You hear what I'm saying? Jamaican people, a long time ago, you were slaves under white people in Rome. You understand? They have a thing called a Roman Colosseum. That Roman Colosseum was built when the Romans came to your homeland in the Middle East, in Jerusalem. Right? Killed you, murdered you, tortured you. And you had a lot of gold in Jerusalem because your people, Jamaican people, were one time extremely, extremely wealthy. Wealth beyond the eye could see. If you had that kind of wealth back then, you would have a private, every Jamaican would have a private airplane, right? Every man would have a mansion and field and to grow all kind of things. You'd have all these things one time, right? But you sin against the Lord, and now you are in Hannah Town, Hungry Town, right? Now you're in Waterhouse. Now you're in Nagozed and Tree West and Canterbury and Salt Spring, right? And Black River, right? And this and that place because you're sinned against the Lord, right? Your people as a whole has sinned against the Lord, right? Here's how you sin against the Lord. Very Romans 7:14. For we know that the law is spiritual, meaning you do this thing, you thinking that the thing is nothing. You think you're gonna this man right here and it's nothing, meaning, but it's accounted for in the spirit. Your law is accounted for in the spirit of what you did to this man, of anything you do. Oh yeah, you carry the pound of weed, you not sell the actual weed. It's accounted for in your soul by the Most High in heaven according to what you're doing. You see what I'm saying? Oh, it's just a one white line, you know, it's just a small, you know what I mean? Just a mix up the word for you. You're mixing up words. No problem. The Lord has a punishment for you for misleading your brother. You see what I'm saying? Using your brother, hurting your brother, murdering your brother. The Lord has punishments for you. See what I'm saying? Which murderer is out there walking out on the street open like everything is okay? None. He has to watch his back because somebody is looking for him. Right? Why do you think certain men have to tint them car window? Because they don't want to be seen in the car. Because there will be a drive-by in the car. Like one of the British. I knew one of the British. You see what I'm saying? Them men were drug dealers. Who don't know that? You see what I'm saying? He was like, oh yeah. Hey. You see what I'm saying? All the men them around him were not good. There's scriptures in the Bible that talk about that. I was not good. I learned to be good by coming to the I.S.U.P.K. You see what I'm saying? All the men around, I was named Ray from Brownsland and all these people, Scrooge from 35 Lane. I knew all these guys, man. You see what I'm saying? And we were not good. And I was rolling with don't worry about who I was rolling with. But we were not good. I'm not just talking nonsense. And I've seen some things that make you have to wonder, like, yo, is this really what life is about? Why do we have to live like this? Why is life like this? It's not a joke. You see what I'm saying? Life is not a game. For we know that the law is spiritual, but I am carnal, sold under sin. And that's what we're sold. We're sold in slavery because we give into our sin. So we're sold in slavery because of our sin. And we give ourselves up to sin. Because we can choose to be sold into righteousness. Or we can give ourselves to be sold unto sin. You see what I'm saying? Verse 15. For that which I do, I allow not. So you can sell yourself here, or you can sell yourself here. You can sell yourself into freedom by doing this thing, or you can sell yourself into slavery by doing this thing. You chose to sell yourself into slavery by doing that thing, even though you didn't want to do that thing. It was good in the moment. It felt good in the moment. See what I'm saying? It felt good in the moment to talk against this person and this person and attack this person because of something that you had going on, because you could not forgive that person. So it feels good to lay out revenge, sweet revenge. But then you sold yourself into another matter when you did that thing. For that I do. For that which I do, I allow not. Now this is in the Bible. That there's things that you're going to do that you really don't want to do, that you will get after you do it. All right? I consent unto the law that it is good. Now the law is good. Why? Because when you do that thing that you were not supposed to do, you will have the feeling, say, oh, I would have been better if I did not do that thing and I kept the law in the Bible. That law in the Bible kept me safe. But I do that thing that was against the law, and I see now the knowledge of good and evil. But you were never supposed to learn evil. You see what I'm saying? You were not supposed to learn how it feels to be a wanted man. Right? You were not supposed to learn how, not even wanted by police. You would not have to, you was one time, you would never have to worry about ever being wanted by another Jamaican badman. Another Jamaican badman out there looking for you, looking to kill you. I'm saying harming people because they can't find you. One time you were never supposed to know what that even feels like, never know that it exists. But because you want to go against the law now you know it feels like to be a wanted man. Every day could be a last day. You see what I'm saying? Sexual deviance, every day could be a last day. Any day you can drop down and dead because you caught AIDS from some disgusting sexual act. You will be a rapist and a child molester, no problem. One day somebody's going to be looking for you. But you would have been better off if you never did that thing. If you had the temptation to do it and you could fight against the temptation and never do it, you would never be called a rapist. You would never be called a child molester. No man would be looking for you with a cutlass and a Glock 19. All right. Now then, it is no more that I do it, but sin that dwelleth in me. right? So now your job is to not do it anymore. You understand? That is your job. Your job is not to do it anymore. And you wanna do the thing. You wanna learn to not do these things before Christ returns. You wanna do it today. Why? Because Christ could come tomorrow. You could come tonight. How do I know that? The COVID-19 is the plagues of Egypt have been here, and here's another one. A plague is here from the Lord, and here's another one. And what are you doing about it? Nothing. My gosh. All right. First of all, you want peace. I want the one where it says, the kingdom comes not to observation. All right. Observation. All right. New Testament. Luke 17:20. Luke 17:20. Here's how you know who a Christian is. The Bible is going to show you how you know who a Christian is and what he really is. People say, oh yeah, you I.S.U.P.K guys, you guys are Pharisees and Sadducees. So what are the Christians? We're going to show you who we are. I'm going to show you who the Christians are. And you're going to know this based on the doctrine. You're going to know who everyone is based on the doctrine. Right? Luke 17 verse 20. Make sure you get there. Hurry up, hurry up, hurry up. Let me give you a chance to get there. Luke 17 and 20. All right, but find it. New Testament. Come on. Brothers in the school have to get more skilled with the Bible. We go out to speak. You gotta learn the order of the books in the Bible from now. All right, we go out to speak. We can't be over there searching all day for a scripture. You can't find it. You can't find the book of Matthew. You can't find the book of Mark, Luke, or Isaiah, or Jeremiah. You have to learn the order of the books in the Bible, right? Make sure all the young men, all the troopers learn all the books of the Bible, know the order. Have them write it down. God damn it, give them some work to do, man. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, come to class on the appointed days. On other days, do something. You see what I'm saying? Too much. We don't want no idle hands in here. Give man the work to do. Make them be perfect in their craft. They're gonna be officers one day, and they have to not shame the school, right? And they have to learn how to follow orders. Why? Because no man wants to follow an order. That's why everyone is sinners, because everyone has not learned discipline. To fight demons, you need to have discipline. If you don't have discipline, you will not have the fight against a demon. You see what I mean? That's why we fast one day a year, because you will learn to fight against the thing that makes you want food and water. You can survive a day with no food and water. You should do it on the Day of Atonement. You don't have to do it every day. You don't have to do it no day. But you have to do it on the Day of Atonement. Or learn how to fight those demons, all right? By doing that. That's why I said some demons you can fight. Some you need fasting and prayer. All right, and the Lord will give you the strength to fight that demon. It will happen. You can fight that demon, that thing that you don't want to do, that you feel bad every time you do it. You can absolutely fight it, and you should. If you don't want to fight it, then shame on you. All right. For me and my brother in U.P.K, for me and my house, we shall serve the Lord, as written in the book of Joshua. All right. Luke 17 and 20. And when he was the man of the Pharisees, Yahushua was the man of the Pharisees, right? When the kingdom of God should come, that is the word of every Christian. Yo, when Christ is coming on? When Christ is coming on? They wanted to know when Christ was coming. We told them the year 2000. Why? Because they wanted to know when it was coming. What did all the Christians do when December 31st, 1999? They all got jump in the shower and bathe. They all go to church. Long lines outside the church. Say, yo, gotta come, gotta come. When we taught them this in I.S.U.P.K before the year 2000. No man knows the hour or the time of his coming. He cometh like a thief in the night. You see what I'm saying? That's what you do know. You see what I'm saying? And we taught that. And the man that would say, it's according to the scriptures, according to the scriptures, right? It says that Christ will come after the year 2000, and that's what we taught it. He's coming in the third day. Christ was coming on the third day. You see what I'm saying? He was resurrected in the third day, and the third day would be his coming. That's what it said, except it's not talking about 3 physical days. It's talking about 3 days to the Lord. What is that? 1,000 years. So Christ died in 30 AD, right? Now, don't calculate this. This is not what the Lord is talking about. Do not number this. It's a sin in the Bible to number your men. It's a sin in the Bible to number how much men you got according to the Bible. You see what I'm saying? Many men in the scriptures sinned against the Lord by numbering their soldiers. You don't count when the Christ is coming back. You don't count whether you have 144,000 men or not. That is a sinner's job. That is a sinner's action. That is a sinner's role. That is a sinner's way of thinking. These Pharisees were sinners. And they wanted to know when Christ was coming back or when the kingdom is coming. Why? So they can sin up to the day, right, that the kingdom is coming, and they would simply baptize themselves, thinking that, you know, that's going to get them into the kingdom. No. No. And when it was the man of the Pharisees, when the kingdom of God should come, he answered them and said, the kingdom of God cometh not with observation. The kingdom of God cometh not with observation. What does that mean? You have to join the school and do work. You have to put your brick in. You have to go to camp, carry waters for the priests. Women, bring some food for the brothers in UPK. Bring some food. Learn how to sew. Do something. Don't be idle-handed out here, man. Do something. Learn how to make. Look what I'm making on here. Look what I'm making on here. What do we have here? What do we have here? Goodness, look at this. Matrix. Brown matrix. White matrix. More white matrix. Women learn to do something, right? Make yourself useful to the Lord and Christ. Right? Make yourself useful to the culture of the Most High in Christ. You see what I'm saying? Do something. Bring the culture back, man. You see what I'm saying? Teach these children out here that they're not Africans and that they are Israelites. Women teach children, right? No problem. Teach the young children, say, yo, we are the people of God in the Bible. That's what we are. We're the children of God in the Bible. We're the people of Israel. And we're not the Egyptians. We're not the Africans. We're not Egyptians. We're not Ethiopians. We were not the people that consistently went to war with Egypt. We were the slaves in Egypt. And we are slaves in Egypt again today. All right, Kayad, want to big up yourself, all right? Come on. All right? That's what you have to teach these children out here. All right? Neither shall they say, lo here, or lo there. For behold, the kingdom of God is within you. Now, what is the kingdom of God? The kingdom of God is where the laws, statutes, and commandments have all your authority around you. And that is how you should be living. And when you live like that, you will get wealth. You will get wealth and wisdom and everything. You will come to I.S.U.P.K and you will get wisdom like none other that will make people drop their jaws when they see you. Their jaw talking about their mouth. You see what I'm saying? People hail you in the streets. See what I'm saying? You ever roll around Captain Desire? Captain Desire is a celebrity everywhere he goes. You see what I'm saying? People know him. Why? Because he's a man by himself? No. Because he became a priest in the I.S.U.P.K under command of GEN.YAHANNA. That's why. And the Lord granted him much wisdom and powerful words. That's why he's the man who is today. Now, what kind of man can the Lord make out of you? The Lord can make you many kinds of great men. Men of all kind of abilities and skills. And you should do it. You should absolutely go ahead and do it. You should do it and you should run with it. All right? That's what you should do. Right? Now, is there anything else? Is there any questions online? I don't see no questions in here, man. You want to make sure you come with their questions. Have questions. You're thinking of something in the week. Have them questions on deck, man, and be ready. All right. Now, James 1 and 2. Right? So you don't feel too bad about all your sins that you're gonna fight after this class is done, and you leave class and go back into your streets and your alley and your lane and your area and your scheme. There's something you have to know. All right, we're gonna go to James 1 and 20. All right. James 1 and 2. James chapter 1 verse 2. All right. Here's the first verse. Read James 1:1. James, a servant of the Most High and of the Lord Yahushua Christ, to the 12 tribes which are scattered abroad. Greeting, Shalom. Right? So the servant of God, the servant of God and of the Lord Yahushua Jesus Christ, right? They were not sent to white people. They were not sent to the Roman Catholic Church, white people. They were not sent to Africa. They were not sent to the Chinese people. They were not sent to the Arabs. They were not sent to if there's any Christians in India. But they were sent what? To the 12 tribes which are scattered abroad. Where are we scattered to? We're scattered in Jamaica. We were sent to Jamaica. We were sent to Trinidad and Antigua and Grenada and Dominican Republic and Haiti and Grand Cayman Island and Cuba. We were scattered there. And the Bible has said, these words are to the 12 tribes which are scattered abroad. So, where do people get the notion? Yeah, God is for everyone. Not here. Not in the book of James. Right? Verse 2. My brethren, count it all joy when you fall into diverse temptations. Listen now. It doesn't mean to fall into doing the thing the temptation tells you to do. When you see the test, know what it is. Right? Abraham was once tempted to kill his son. Right? Whether he's going to obey the Lord or not. Right at it, the Lord gave him escape. Like we read a while ago in 1 Corinthians chapter 10 and 13. Gave him escape right when it was to do the crime. You see what I'm saying? And what does he? Blessed amongst all. You read about him today. Now, hopefully, can I read about you one day? I hope I do. I hope I see your name in the book of life one day, as specified in Revelations. One day, I hope to read about you one day. You see what I'm saying? And I'm in this fight too. I mean, I'm a prison officer, just like you can be. Like you can be a prison officer. You see what I'm saying? I hope one day people read about me. I hope one day people read about all of us who came to I.S.U.P.K under Commander GEN.YAHANNA. And for those who are not, you can guarantee they're not going to be in the book of life. You see what I'm saying? You were not a Pharisee and be in the book of life when you're not rolling with Christ. You see what I'm saying? Verse 3, knowing this, that the trying of your faith worketh patience. You see what I'm saying? You have to learn patience. You have to learn to be disciplined. You see what I'm saying? You have to learn to be a disciplined man, a disciplined woman. You see what I'm saying? Teach your children to have discipline. The scripture says, I know we're up on the time, but we should get it, right? We should get it. I want the one where it says, train a child, right? Train a child. Right? Proverbs 22:6. Let's go. We're going to wrap it up. Proverbs 22:6. All right. If you have any questions, that's the only reason why I'm going to stay in here. If you have any questions, if you don't have any questions, I'll be gone. All right. Proverbs 22:6. Train up a child in the way he should go. Right. Teach a child to fight against the demons. Teach a child to obey the laws and the commandments. Teach a child that the world is built upon making sure that you never get the kingdom of heaven. And in this time, the kingdom of heaven shall be. But teach a child to fight against these things that's going to stop him from getting his crown. You must. By life and death, you must do it, man. All right? Train up a child in the way he should go. When he is old, he will not depart from it. So teach him as a child. Don't celebrate no birthday. Birthday is stupid. It's dumb. It's dumb. It's stupid. It's gay. Only gay people celebrate Christmas. Only women that are lonely at age 40 celebrate birthdays. So if you want to be married one day, you should never celebrate a birthday. You should never celebrate a Christmas, because only lonely women at 40 who are in church praying to get a husband one day say, oh, the right man is out there for you. One day, the right man is, you're old. You're past the time where you was young and you could use your young liveliness and the way the Lord structured your body to be when you're young in your 20s to seduce all the men to become, to want to be your husband. Now you abuse your youth, and now here you was some old soul woman talking about, oh, the right man out there one day for you. You make the demon lie to you, man. Don't make the demon lie to you, man. Get right today. Get right now. You see, if you come into any woman that comes into the truth that's 40-year-old, you get a man today, next week, tomorrow. You see, you come to school at age 40, you're gonna get a man. You see what I'm saying? You're age 40, hey, yo, you're gonna get me. You never know. You see what I'm saying? If don't be swindled by these Christian people, man, but the right man is out there for you one day. The Lord says he giveth a godly woman to the godly, and he giveth a ungodly man to a shameless woman. That's what Ecclesiastes 26 is all about. All right, train up a child in the way he should go, and that is one of the main issues in all of Jamaica. All right, one of the issues in Jamaica is that there are not enough fathers out there to train these young children on how they should live, and now your child becomes the servant of the bad man in your area. Just like you say, and the Lord said this in the book of 1 Samuel about how a bad man will live. You see what I'm saying? They take your son to parade him around, man. I can give more power unto himself. You see what I'm saying? Take all the girls to give more power unto himself. You see what I'm saying? You should train your child on how to live. And look at all of the problems in Jamaica, whether it be murder or prostitution, anything. Why would a girl have to be a prostitute? If you had a man to stick by her, to stick by her, you see what I'm saying? She would have to sell her underneath herself for no money, because there will be a man that will be guiding her and supporting her and telling her what you should do. Don't sit around and just gossip and ruining your links, ruining your connections with business places. Don't just like that, just like this. If you're just like that, people are not going to respect you. Just like this, people are going to respect you. Don't behave like that. People are not going to respect you. You should behave like this. People are going to respect you. Don't behave like that. People are going to shut the doors of opportunity on you. You should behave like this. People will open the doors of opportunity for you. Don't just like that. You're going to get a man that is like this, but you should just like this, because you'll be a man who is patient enough will be the one to get you a good man. All right? Same thing goes for the brothers. Likewise. You see what I'm saying? You should you should teach your children. And then the woman, what is she doing? Making children not see their fathers. How silly is that? That's what all of your children go to be, all the criminals and gunmen in Jamaica. No bad man don't like their father. I don't know if you know, I know all of them. No bad man in Jamaica respect their father. No, none of them rate their father. You see, none. You see what I'm saying? None of them rate their father, and their father tell them something. They say, hey, shut him up, suck your mother, man. I'm going about the business, man. I'm a big man, you know. Right? We need to come to the I.S.U.P.K and learn more of these things, all right? Now, with that being said, we are the I.S.U.P.K under command in GEN.YAHANNA, established in 1969. All right? Rule for all brothers and sisters. There is a 6-month rule, all right? For the first 6 months, you are off limits. You are here to shed yourself off of the world, shed yourself of all of the evil thoughts that the world have come to bring you, right? Shed yourself off of the world, right? After 6 months, right? You can get permission to court a brother or sister that you have an interest in, all right? And if it's rejected, it's for a reason that's been unbeknownst to you, and protecting the reputation of the person who you might be denied in courting or held back from courting, right? That person's reputation will still be intact, where they can get time to fix themselves, right? The same how you have time to fix yourself, all right? Good. After the 6 months of courting permitted by the U.P.K, you will get the permission to marry, and you will have a successful marriage in the Lord. And it's not going to, at the same time, you still got to fight your demons and try to make your marriage successful. You see what I'm saying? It's going to be a fight, like always. The Lord is the man of war, and you have to fight for your peace. You understand? Now fight your demons to maintain your peace, all right? Troopers, right? You're going to be a trooper in the school. You have to wear all black shirt, pants, headbands, and scarf. All right, or a headband, or a mitre, or any priest apparel, but it has to be all black, right? Black shirt, black pants, black boots, right? And a black headpiece, all right? To show what? Discipline. Some men are unable to do that. You need to do this thing to do what? Show that you have the discipline to do this thing, that you know to follow a stinking order. Some men come into school and can't follow an order, and that's why they leave the school. Traitors leave the school. We're not looking for traitors. We're looking for men who obey men of the Lord. All right, that are willing to be in brotherhood and be the same as one another. We all went through. I went through it. I was able to follow an order. Now you should be able to follow an order too. You see what I'm saying? Because hey, you're not too great to follow an order. I don't care who you are. I don't care how rich you are. I don't care how you the biggest bad man in your area. I don't care who you are. If you cannot follow these rules, then you are showing what kind of person you are. All right, good. Tithes, you pay your tithes to the I.S.U.P.K. You'll be giving your tithes to of the Abadawan. It is a law. With any man who don't pay their tithes, you pay your tithes to church. You have to pay your tithes. You have to keep all of the laws, such a commandments. What is tithes? Tithes, the word tithes means 10% in Latin. Right? In the Hebrew, it is ma'ashara, meaning of 10. Ma is of. Aishara means 10 in Hebrew. Right? The word tithe means 10. Any church telling you to give you 20% tithes, 30% tithes is lying to you, because the word tithe means 10% in Latin. The word tithe is saying 10th, not 20th, not 30th. Tithe means 10th. 10% of your increase. If you get a raise at your job, 10% of your increase is to be given to the priest of the Lord. So you can do what? Get the wealth to have more blessings and more wealth. How do you know that? Oh my gosh, I should do this, right? Before I never do this ever again. I want Deuteronomy 8 and 18. All right. I'm just gonna read it to you. I'm not gonna break it down. Class is done. All right. Deuteronomy 8 and 18. But thou shalt remember the Most High thy power, for it is he that giveth thee power to get wealth, that he may establish his covenant which he sware unto thy fathers, as it is this day. Remember the Lord thy power, for it is he that gives thee power to get wealth. You don't get wealth because you don't obey the Lord. All right. You don't obey the Lord. Not only do you not pay tithes, you don't obey no law. You smoke weed. You're an adulterer. You're a liar. You're a gossiper. You see what I'm saying? You disrespect your marriages. You hurt your friends. You disrespect your family, your brothers. You are a disgusting person. That's why the Lord has put you in poverty. You see what I'm saying? You want to obey the Most High, the law, such a commandments. Obey the priests. Revile not the gods. Revile not the leaders of your people. You see what I'm saying? Numbers 18:21. Malachi chapter 3 verse 8 to 10. Talking about the storehouse of the Most High, how you have not contributed to the things to put into the Lord's storehouses, where the Lord can feed his people and help his nation where needed. You have not contributed to that, so the Lord does not contribute anything to you. All right. The next high holiday, June the 8th. Right. The next high holiday is June the 8th. That is the feast of. It's not the feast of first fruits. Hold on. Leviticus 23. Hold on. It's on the website, right? This website right here. ISUPK.com. Make sure you subscribe, all right? Make sure you subscribe to the channel, like the channel, all right? The next high holiday. Easter is not a high holiday. It's not in the Bible, all right? If you see Easter in the Bible, it's talking about the Passover. The Passover is coming up, all right? If you for what to do for the Passover, you're gonna contact the leader of the Jamaica school, which is Officer Abadawan. All right. The Passover, the feast of first fruits. It's not the blowing of the trumpets. Hold on. Can't find it right now, right? Next high holiday is June the 5th. So ask Officer Abadawan, what is June the 5th? What is a high holiday on June the 5th? And prepare for it and be prepared to meet up with the priests. Gather together, all nations reside on that day. Make sure you gather with the priests of the Most High and the I.S.U.P.K. Love your brothers and sisters. Love your fellow Jamaican people. And the Lord said you should love thy brother like thyself. Forgive them. You see what I'm saying? Look at him black. Look at him brown and love him for who he is, right? Love him for being a fellow descendant of the slave ships like you. A member of your race, all right? And anything else, no problem. And with that, I greet you to the brothers. Yahweh Shimmer Shai Brakatha, right? To the brothers. Yahweh Shema Alathan Bashimo Shai to the sisters, all right? Shalom.